Here for the money, I ain't here for the fame. Though it might be nice to own a jet plane, I'ma do it all for you. Come along and see it's true, but the world is pretty cold. You might need a sweater too. I'ma put a ride on ya.
How we doing, guys? Still short on GERN. I've been short for a good while here, guys. Just live streaming just to continue showing my transparency in this trade. Got short here at the VWAP 607, took some profit down here, seeing this rejection here, looking to get down back to the 78s, cutting my red day off. Still red, but at least we're gonna go ahead and control what's going on here and go ahead and continue going and moving forward here, guys. Not always gonna be a green day. Took some chances today, got in the red. Definitely trying to go ahead and just take this last little GERN, which was a good risk to reward trade. Was risking off of right there, off of 12. Got in there for 5-cent risk for potential first gain at 86, 87. Took my profit and was looking for this next move down to 78 for the next profit. What's going on, man? I hope someone's out there watching me trade this stock GERN live. I'm going to go ahead and just let this stock work for me. I need to see it break down through the 90s, through the 88s. Willing to add back up there at 6, but I want this to break down, get to my second level here. We can get down through these 90s, that'll show a good momentum move right back down here. Move up here past this 95 and I should cover some and look to re-add here in the 6 range. Here's a move to the 90s. You see on the level 2s a slam down through to the 90s here. Look at the volume here, guys. Big volume going into this stock. I'm going to pull this down so you can see the big traders coming in here. What do you see? Majority of those prices in the 95s. Looks like there were ads here. Definitely pushed it a little bit too much today, but you got to learn from your losses just like you got to learn from your wins. Today took a trade on CRON after missing a trade on CGC. This was your classic FOMO getting to me. I went short on CRON after thinking that I should have gotten some profit on CGC. So just got to take a lesson from that, learn from that, and keep building. All we can do is continue trading the strategy correctly and try to determine more variables that can help you in this trade. One second here, guys. I'm going to mute myself. I'll be right back. All right, guys. I'm back. Sorry about that. I know that I've been off away from the stream now. Still watching GERN. Looking to see what's gonna go on here. Still have 100 shares. I'm thinking about setting a stop and just letting the stream work. Another stock that I'm looking at is RENN. It broke down through the 215 there. Looked interesting at that 211 price, 213 price, but didn't take the trade as it's just not the risk to reward right now. It's about 10 cents up, 10 cents down, so I'm not really seeing that reward in that trade, so I'm not going to take it. What's getting interesting for me is IZEA. IZEA definitely has a chance of crushing down here, getting below this $2, and then getting down to that 190 here. Is RENN taking off? You guys saw me cover a little bit there at 92s just because the bounce back to 95 was going to give us a little bit lower, so I took the support there and letting this try to crack down. If it cracks down, it should crack down for a good while. It can come down, I think, to about this 80 mark, 79. That's where I can see it coming down and testing. IZEA there, guys, breaking the $2 there, guys. Like I said, guys, I'm looking for this one up there to 205. Between 205 and 208. Can't take it here at 2. Need at least a little bounce here. I definitely do think it could crash down here, but you know, just missed that a little bit there at 205s. And now underneath $2 down to 198 there. Would need a bounce back to 208 or 206. I think this is going to bounce back and get back to these 97s. Alright, guys, gonna set a stop here. I'm actually going to leave this trade running. Alright, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna set a stop near my entry or the VWAP. So my entry is all the way up here to 607. I definitely don't think this stock can get back up there, guys, but I don't want it to become a loser. So I'm gonna go ahead and hold to this 605, and really what I don't want to see it close above is the 602. So I'm going to put the stop at 604 with a limit up to 607. Stop limit, stop price. We want it at 604. Limit our entry. Alright guys, I'm going to leave this stop in there. Usually don't use this, but when I want to last little bit of shares to work for me, I just let the trade go here. If I do see it up by 6 and I do see the weakness, and then it continues down to the 595s, I might look to re-enter this trade with my share size, and that would get me into an average I can see somewhere in this 598 where I can go ahead and risk back off of the 602. Really guys, it's always about sticking to that risk to reward, and from that risk to reward you're able to regain your P&Ls. And as you can see, I didn't go my same sizing. I've been trying to size down a little bit. It was sizing way too much today. I was using 1,500 shares. Sized down on GERN to 1,000 shares and got my winner. If it would have been the 1,500, we would have been at that 300 level or near that 300 level to make up for the losses. It's always about trying to get that 2-to-1 risk to loss ratio, so that way I can go ahead and continue and being green when my math adds up, guys. So when probability plays out correctly, I'm gonna go ahead and be in the green. Just letting this trade work for me, guys. You know, should have just set the probably like the 500 stop right here on 597, but I thought it was gonna come back for an add, and I was looking for a re-add there at 6, and it's just hanging around 90s and really weak there. Just have no strength to come back. If it does come back, I might look for a re-add, but I have my stop set up here at 604. Let the trade work for me. I'm gonna go eat lunch, guys. I'm gonna leave this stream going and just kind of take it easy. You guys can go ahead and include any questions you have in the chat. If I do see any questions in the chat, I'll go ahead and I'll answer them. If you want me to take a look at any other trades or any stocks, I can also do that. So I'll be back in a little bit, guys. You guys are gonna I'm gonna probably quiet down the mic. Alright, so here comes start the bounce. What we're looking for, guys, is rejecting 6 here, rejecting 6. Up here we wouldn't add, but we would look for a rejection, a hard rejection on the level 2s of 6. We can get our add back up here, get back in this stock, and try to chase it back down to this 83 or 86 level. Alright guys, I'll be back as this trade develops, and you guys will see me come back somewhere around when it gets to this $5.98, $6 price. I'll leave the stream going for you guys so you guys can learn from my Tradenet account. Hey Manny, how you doing, buddy? Nah, I'm not really talking right now. I kind of just stepped away. I was gonna eat lunch. I'm just letting this trade work for me. I took some down here at 87 and 86s, and then I took a little bit more here in the 92. I'm looking to add some if it gets up to like up here in this 597 6 range, but I already have my stop set for 604. If it does get up here, I'll just stop out. I'm letting the trade work for me. So what I'm doing right now is literally I'm gonna go eat, man. I'll be right back. And just like that, man, I'm back. Alright guys, how we doing? Alright, here's that bounce that we were talking about, guys. It's kind of expecting this bounce here. See if it's just a glitch out. If it comes back here. I didn't really see anything close up there. You see 500 close up there in 97. So let's see what happens here. Trying to let this trade work for me to make a little bit of my money back here. In the end, I've already captured 160, so this loss is pretty much gone here, guys. So that's what I want to do. You know, sometimes it's just better to even just minimize your red day. That's why I took this trade. I knew that I was at least going to be profitable. Knew it was going to make that move to 6. But the key was it going to break 6? And we got that break of 6. Now we've been doing this bounce. Been kind of playing around here in the 90s. Let's see if it either cracks down through the 88 or comes up here. And then we're going to look for a 6 rejection to go ahead and increase on our risk there. Definitely IZEA, guys. This little breakdown here, I called it out at 205. This bounce right here, it's beautiful to get in. Then you take your profit right here at 98 and you look for that next move down. Let's see what kind of orders are going to go through here in the 90s. So I'm still in the process of eating, so I'm just gonna be right here, guys. If you guys see that price jump up there, I'll probably just come right back on the mic. Just stick around, guys. This stock is probably gonna go ahead and at least continue moving. The real key is at 130, traders start making their way back and start looking at these stocks. I look for moves at that time. You see IZEA there, guys. It's heading to its yesterday closing price of 151. Those are the times where you see all this momentum, you see all this, you see all this, you see this last attempt to the high, and then it fails, starts coming down, VWAP rejecting, coming down here, looking like it's going to end up all the way down below this 183. Get down there. Definitely a stock that I could have made a little bit more profit on also. So I'm going to go ahead and just stick around. Watching this GERN here, guys, and that's all I can do. Just stick and wait. I do have some profit taken. My entry is 607. Still have 100 shares left. I'm just letting this trade work for me, just sitting $16 in the green and trying to let this either bounce off of this 597, come right back down there, or crack this 588 level here. Alright guys, seeing this momentum through the 88s here guys. We're finally starting to get that move that I was looking for. Of course, you know, I wish I would have had my 500 shares still left here, but I sold some here at 92, thinking that we were going to make this move back to 6 and then fade down. So now what I'm looking for is bounces to 90. If it bounces to 90, I can go ahead and maybe add that 100 shares back. That will pull me down. Let's see what we got here. 607 from 90. Probably going to bring me down somewhere in this range, in the 97, 98. Just trying to let this last little bit of trade work for me. More than willing to add back sizing if it can bounce here, get over here, and then fade down on that. But I'm gonna let this trade keep working. If it just breaks down through the 83, just keeps coming down through here, I'll let it keep working for me. Looking for that low of the day here, 78, 76, to get out on the rest, guys. All right, I'm back. Let me go ahead and look at that up for you, Manny. Just give me 1 second. All right. All right, Manny. I think this is a great question, man. Great question. I'm gonna go ahead and trying to block out your email here so I can show it in the stream here. All right, guys. This is the question that Manny has. I'm gonna pull it right here in the corner so you guys can see this question. He writes, good trades today. Even though it was in the red, you still know when to exit the trade when needed. That's something I need to work on. My question is, when entry on a trade, do you focus on the time and sales level more and less on the charts? I'm trying to develop skills on reading the time and sales and level 2, but can't seem to get a read on them like you do. Most of my trades for entry and exit are more on pattern and instinct. All right, perfect. Great question there, Manny. These are the exact kind of questions that we like to go ahead and answer. This is the question that I can help you with. Would I like to add to my position? 590s would have been that spot. If you come back, you'll hear me say 590s to go ahead and get that add. Seeing as I'm still like back and forth from eating and coming back here, I didn't take those 590s. Is it a good add spot? Yes, but what you would want to see is just a rejection on the level 2. So let's see if we can go back and find it. You see there was 1,000 shares that were shorted at 90. It went from down here to the 90s. Came in, then got knocked down here at the 88s. So what you want to do and how you learn to read the time in sales versus level 2. So this is the real key, guys. It's starting to learn where traders get in and out of. Your question specifically. Okay, it states that when you get into a trade, do I focus more on the time in sales and less on the charts? Actually, it's a combination, and that's why it's hard. So what I like to do is I personally like to look at the charts first, pattern first. Then when I feel like I have a read on the pattern, I start trying to determine the time in sales in level 2 to see if price action is going my way. One of the things I look for is a confirmation is a wipeout. A lot of times if you know that a price is going to be an important price and you see a quick rejection of that price, like this 590, or in our case back up here at 607 where I got short, that's where you want to go ahead and see that it's quick reaction, right back down, you're in the green. Confirmation is really what you're trying to see and not the time in sales. The time in sales is going to let you know that a big trader got in at your area or a big trader is covering some in that area. So start trying to look at trading more on a psychology outlook, and this is going to help, you know. Like It's kind of like on GERN right now. I don't think there's anybody buying up long on this side right here on 586. So the spot to go long on would be if this small trend reverses here and the stock gets back above 591. Because then it can make a run to 597 in the 6. So understanding the psychology of where traders get in and out definitely is going to help you. What's going on, outsiders? Hey, beginning's back, beginner. Let me know if you want to go ahead and join in. I'll send you a Skype. So going back to Manny's questions here, he also states that he's trying to develop the skills to read the time and sales in level 2, but he says that he can't get the read on it like I've been doing. So what you want to see here, guys, is if you want to learn time and sales, you really have to just start paying attention to them. I know it sounds as dumb as simple as that, but what I mean by it is look at stocks at important key points. If it's not taking the trade, you can always still learn by looking at trading, closing out your order box, and just looking at levels. Understanding where buyers and sellers should be getting in and out. This helps you out. It helps you start seeing the big orders, like when, let's say, right here on 6, when it broke, you see those big orders fly through there on the level 2s. Usually you see this little green fake out right before this $6 break. This 602 right here probably rolled green and immediately flashed red, and when it flashes red, it goes and it washes out. So on here, it kind of comes here, it goes green, flickers green, flickers green, flickers green, and then flips around and you just see the red prints come. It's usually followed by a big order. We are getting bigger orders flying through here. I did get this 17,000 shares that went through at 86. Let's see if we can get back down to this low of 78. Yeah, I see you outsiders on RENN. Yeah, I saw that breakdown through 215. 215 seemed interesting, but yeah, it has not broken that $2 mark, and I don't know if it's gonna do it or not, to tell you the truth. That stock just not fulfilling. IZEA kind of had a level 2 breakdown through 205 at 1256. Was watching that one but didn't get in it. Hey Manny, I'm glad that helped you out. More than willing to show you more. Even maybe what I would recommend is on your trades, if you can record them, and then that way you can send them to me and John. Me and John can review them in live action, seeing where you're clicking, how your sound is, and that's why it's sometimes better to even record your own voice so that you can hear your thoughts and think out loud, and that way you can see what's really going on in your subconscious as you're going through these trades. Looks like we might get this breakdown now. We're slamming hard on the 84 level. Let's see if we break through and get through this 583. There it is. That's the level 2, guys. You see that the big orders? This is what I look for, guys. You saw those big orders slide through there. 10,000 at 86, 8,000 at 86, 2,000, 5,000, 2,000. This is someone putting a big order up on that. Got this breakdown through the 83. Now I could bouncing up here in the 85, 86, 85, 86. I'll go ahead and I'll add my sizing and risk off of 590. Now I'm just trying to let this get back down to the low. The low of the day, where I can go ahead and just take that last profit. And just, this is kind of more also as like more of a confidence trade. This trade's not going to get me into the green again, but sometimes you just got to nail a trade to get back in the confidence, feel good, come back the next day, and do your best every day. That's all we can do, you know. There we go. We got these 80s rolling through there. I'm seeing nothing on the level 2s just rolling through in green. That's what you want to really be careful for. That's when the momentum stops moving. Same way on on the long side. When on the long side you see a whole bunch of green, 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 then you see the red prints just start flowing through. That's the stop in the momentum. So you see red, red, red. Now you're starting to see these in-between spreads. Selling pressure. This is what I mean by selling pressure, guys. So you saw those first two orders go through there, and then you got the selling pressure here, guys. Alright guys, 79, 78. Let's see what happens here. This is our low. Our target was 578 here, guys. So I'm going to see if the momentum wants to continue and flow through. If it doesn't, I'll probably just go ahead and take up here at 82s. I'm fine with giving up a couple cents for another support move. So let's see how it reacts at this support 78. Letting the trade work. If I still had my 500 shares, this is where I would have been taking off another half and looking for that breakdown. That's why I'm not taking shares here. I'm looking for their breakdown and looking for this 100 shares to pay me out. A crack from here and it can just keep on coming down here, guys. Let's see what happens here. Let's see the share size that's going through there. So we had this breakdown through the 80s, right? And now it hasn't really cleared 80, right? So what we wanted to see is really clear that 80 mark. Bouncing up here, and it can just bounce off of 85 here. Kind of bounce again, and then try again to that 78. We're giving it a sec to see if it just tumbles down. Alright, let's see what happens here if we get buyers to buy it off the bottom or if we get that push through. Looks like we're getting that push through right here. Now I need to see big size join in. You saw that red here, but that red wasn't big. That red was small. There's this hidden 2000 in between, but I want to see that big order slide through. That's it. This is the big order. 4,000 shares there at 578. Now we're definitely at the low of the day, 76.75. Let's see what happens at that low of the day. They continue momentum. Getting heavy there, man. Look at that. 75, 75s, and then it rolled through a 2,000 shares, 1,000 shares there. We're breaking through it, guys. All right, guys. You guys are going to see me take 50 shares here at 75. Got to cancel this order first. Alright guys, took 50 shares there at 75 there, guys. The reason I'm doing this is that I want to show you guys that you guys can leave a little bit of shares and now just let this work. I will only get out of these 50 shares up there at 605. If it doesn't get back to 605, so be it. I'm going to even let this keep going probably to the end of the day. As long as she keeps fading, I'll keep having those 50 shares and trying to get this down to come down and keep going down. In the end, I'm happy that I was able to stay focused and keep driving, keep trading, guys. Like always, Alchem here, guys, for you. Alchem out, guys. I'm going to go ahead and just leave the stream going here. We're hitting these 70s really hard here. Look at these shares going through there, guys. Look at that wash, that pressure. That's what we look for, guys. Now I'm letting this trade work for me. Seeing the momentum slow down there. You see the buyers step in there a little bit. And let's see if it continues and flushes right back down. Alright, momentum slowing down there, but immediately what does it do? It fakes green, doesn't show any green on the level 2, and then you immediately see the red pressure right behind it, guys. You see this? This is what I mean by level 2 reading, guys. Boom, down there to 66 now, 68. Let this trade work. Let it come down for you guys. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set a stop to work for me. I'm just going to set the stop right above here where this last high was. $5.95 or $6, and just let the stock just keep going for the rest of the day, guys. Instead of rushing towards the profits, I'm going to let it keep dropping down there. Give me the maximum potential that I can get here. Some people would take this 63. This is the next support right here. Let's pull back the daily, or pull back the 5 minutes so you can start seeing the next levels. Next level right there at 67 broke through. Now we're getting to that next support there at 61, 62. The next stop would be 53s. Alright guys, I think that's going to be near the bottom here at 63, 62. As you see the trend line, daily trend line here, kind of touching. I think for it to come down here, it would need to completely break down. But I could take some profit here in the 68s. But since it's 50 shares, I'm just going to go ahead and let it work. If it breaks down completely, we'll get a little bit more. If it comes back up, I'll just take my 176, guys. Just be happy with this trade and continue moving forward, guys. Hey, Marley's squeaking in the background, letting everybody know. Yeah, definitely a confidence builder, John. Definitely a confidence builder. All right, guys, I'm gonna set a stop there. $6, 601 limit price. I like to do stop limits, not stops, because you could get a bad fill. I really rarely ever get a bad fill from tests, but I'll go ahead and I'll set this up there to 607, 601, my stop. Put it in here, guys. Let the rest of it work. So be it. That's how we do it, guys. So we can measure here 630 to 580. What do we got there? We got 30 and 20. We got 50 cents from the break here, guys. That's what I'm going to look for, maximum potential there. 590, 50 cents brings you down to a 540, guys. All right. Let's see if there's any support there, guys. Down here, 540. Right there, guys. That's going to be the last target of the day here, guys. All the way down here in these supports, either 59 or 40 down here. We can attack this 60, or we can choose to come to the next support. With that little bit of shares that I have left, I'm just going to choose to go for the furthest support, which would be that 540, and I'll just let it work, trying to get to that 540 there. I'm going to go ahead and actually get on out of here, guys. I'm going to go ahead and probably wrap up the stream also. No point in really leaving it on here, guys. You know, this stock is just done. I hope someone was able to watch this trade and learn something from it and take something from what I did here and grow from it. That's what we're really about here. And don't forget, guys, join beginner trading. I'm going to post up the link here, guys. We trade every single day, live to you guys, live streaming. Don't hide anything from you guys, wins or losses. I put them up. I show you them. You know, sometimes we're going to be perfect, sometimes we're not. And the real key is that we learn and show you through our experience how you can become a profitable trader. All right, I got to go because Marley's having a fit. Playing with my cat over here and having too much fun. So I'm going to get on out of here, guys. You guys be great. Like always, guys, I'll come in, I'll come out, guys. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe. Take care. Keep working hard. Keep studying. And keep trading. Let's do it, guys. Take it easy.